Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaley. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaley.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. Before we get started this week, we just wanted to acknowledge what's going on out there in the world and in Israel, and just let y'all know that we're paying attention. It's devastating, and our hearts go out to everyone.
Yeah, it's awful. It makes me so sad, everything that I'm seeing, and I just want to say, I'm saying some prayers for everyone that is suffering and dealing with this, and all of the people that are being affected by how horrible this is.
Yeah, I can't believe in 2023 there's still so much vitriol for the Jewish people, and it's just devastating. I look at the news and I try to pay attention and read and educate myself, but man, it's tough.
Yeah, it's really sad.
So our hearts go out to everyone affected. We hope that this comes to an end soon. And for now, hopefully we can bring y'all some levity and some laughter today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right, Robin, didn't you want to talk about something before we get into all our topics?
I do. Halloween decorations. How do we feel about them?
Like on the outside of the house, inside the house, both? What's the question?
Let's say outside. Like when is the right date?
Okay.
What's the appropriate amount?
Okay.
Like how should it be compared to Christmas? What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts are, I live alone, and I'll be honest, I don't decorate a lot. But I will say it cheers me up when I see other people's decorations. So I am all for it. I don't personally do it.
Yeah.
But I like it. Now, as far as timing goes, I feel like 1st of October
I think so too.
Is like the perfect time. Maybe before that seems a little early. But 1st of October, get it up there. Get us excited for a month,
Yeah. I think that I just have...
Or do you have the opposite? I hate it all. Oh.
I love it. I think I have decoration envy when it comes to Halloween.
Okay.
I do have quite a few things inside. My kids love to do that. Put up all the, pumpkins and whatever. And I just don't really I try things outside. I feel like it's just like very meh. And then you see the people who have the full-on graveyards and the big inflatables and the giant spider webs.
I would never do it, but I love seeing other
people's. I love seeing it. I need to do the thing that I always tell myself I'm going to do, which is that I'm going to go shop after Halloween for next year.
Oh.
Because this time rolls around.
Get it on a discount.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this time rolls around and I'm envious of all the cool decorations. And then I go online, I'm like, I'm not paying $60 for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I need to up my game for next year, I think. Because I like to go big for Christmas. And they do feel very close together. Like, it's a lot to do and then undo and then redo.
It is. But I would never judge someone for not having Halloween decorations.
Right.
But I love when people do it. It cheers me up a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I love Halloween. Do you know what you're going to be?
No.
I don't either.
I've kind of been poking around online trying to figure out some ideas, so we'll see.
Okay.
Do your kids know what they're going to be?
One of them wants to be Stitch.
Oh, cute.
So I'm like, maybe I'll be Lilo.
That would be very cute.
Yeah, so we'll see. The other one doesn't know yet.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe we'll update next week.
You can have a cute little Lilo costume.
Yeah,
I like that.
That'd be fun.
Okay.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about was that I went to happy hour at Chili's.
Okay. Chili's! Yeah.
And it was just everything that you would want it to be. This is the second time we've gone to a group of us, subset of us from our fantasy league, try to go every week. We did Olive Garden a few months ago. And then Chili's and chips and salsa. Whew.
I know that bottomless chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Their chips are just salty. Oh, they're good.
And we were pouring more salt on them. We love salt.
Okay, that's excessive.
But the drinks are just so terrible. Like, I feel like it doesn't... the bartender was horrible. We had to send 2 drinks back, which was very...
Oh, no, if I'm sending a drink back, it's bad.
Like dishwater bad.
Ew.
So I was like, I'll take a glass of white wine, please.
I will say this. Growing up in Lake Jackson, small town, we didn't have a lot of restaurants to go to. So I ate at Chili's all the time growing up.
Yeah.
My parents still go to happy hour at Chili's.
Right?
Not every week, but they go.
Like, you expect bad service.
Was it called like the big margarita and the big...
El Presidente.
Yes, the El Presidente.
That's the one that tasted like dishwater.
Oh, well, my parents still go get their El Presidente.
That's so cute.
So I'm not an anti-Chili's gal, but I feel like being up here in Austin, I don't know if it'd be my first choice for happy hour.
I know. It was just a funny thought. And we're like, let's do it.
I like it.
I used to go to Applebee's a lot when I was a kid.
We didn't even have an Applebee's.
That Chinese chicken salad.
We didn't even have an Applebee's.
The dressing was like icing. So good. Anyway,
Okay.
those are my things.
Okay, I have some things.
Okay.
You know I always do.
Mm-hmm.
First, I went to, and I cannot believe I didn't talk about this last episode. I went to the Jonas Brothers concert.
The Joe Bros.
The Joe Bros, baby. Making their comeback. I went to their concert in Houston this past weekend. And it was, I'm just a concert goer lately.
I know.
Amazing.
She loves the arts. She's a celebrator.
Yeah, I love the arts of Nickelback and Jonas Brothers. It was amazing. They played all the hits, so it's like 5 albums. But they don't play like the full songs like Taylor, but they play
mashups.
Some of them they'll play the full song, some they do little mashups, little snippets.
Nice.
It was so good. They looked good. Let me say this. Joe's going through it right now. We all know. He looked
doing him
some
favors.
Some justice. He looked phenomenal. He had his hair like wavy, perfectly pushed back hair.
Coiffed.
And like he would sing and he would run his fingers back through it. And I was like, oh my God.
Were you like, fangirl screaming?
Oh, I was. And he wore this. Okay, so they do an intermission too. So they do 3 albums. And they do like a 10-minute intermission, and they come back out in different outfits.
Cute.
So
we love a costume.
I mean, I was all for it. They came out. So at first they were in like, Kevin was in like a full like camel leather suit.
Oh, that sounds warm.
Yeah, and then like Joe and Nick were in like leather pants and like cool shirts, suede shirts, And then when they came out for the second part for the last 2 albums, they were in more like, I would say, casual clothes. So Nick came out in like a white tee with a white backwards cap and some tight jeans. I was like, Nick,
I'm a Nick girly.
I'm like, Nick, you know what you're doing out there. Like he was playing it up for the ladies.
Yeah.
And then Joe came out and he was in like a blue baseball tee.
Like a raglan tee or whatever.
Yeah, and like some tight pants. Oh, his guns were showing. I don't know. Joe looked good.
Yeah.
And Carly, I went with my best friend Carly. Shout out. So glad I went with her because when we were growing up, Carly was a huge Joe Bros person. I mean, so was I, but she loved Joe. She's been a Joe girl since day one. She had this huge blanket on her bed that had Joe's face on it growing up. So
her and that blanket has some good times.
So we're out there and it was like during the second part when he is just, and he can sing and he's wearing his hair. And she goes, I'm sorry, Kaley, I'm still a Joe girl. I said, you're not wrong. I'm kind of feeling, because I always kind of teetered. I don't know. Joe kind of did it for me.
I think I'm more of a Nick girly from that show Kingdom.
I never watched it. It's boxing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like someone told me to watch it.
It was on Showtime or one of those more obscure channels. I fell off, or it fell off for me because you had a hard time rooting for who was supposed to be who you were rooting for.
Why? Because they were bad?
They're just bad. And you kind of always knew they were bad, but it reached a point where I was like, this is becoming unwatchable. But he was, got his buzzed haircut, younger, all pumped up. Because he was a boxer.
Yeah.
Interesting dynamics, family dynamics. Pretty dark, but it was a good show. That could be my and then wreck.
I might have to go check it out because I'm like on a Joe Bros kick since the concert. The
first couple seasons were really good. Like if you do watch it, you'll notice when it starts to just get a little too dark. It's not enjoyable anymore. I got enough, going on in the world. I don't need.
We need a little I like light shows.
Yeah, I know, me too.
But not that I don't like a good, drama.
Right.
The last thing I'll say is, one of the best parts of the concert was the lady in front of us. She came by herself because we could see the 2 groups next to her and her in the middle.
Good for her.
She had her little fan and she was just getting it up on her feet the whole time with her little fanning herself.
That's so cute.
And she knew every word to every song. I was like, props.
Yeah, good for her.
It was great. Energy was high. They sold it out. We had amazing seats. We were like in front of the stage. I would totally go by.
Making me want to go to concerts. I feel like I haven't been to one in a while.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, now I'm ready. What's my next one? You know? It was great.
Awesome.
Okay, second thing. I had a busy weekend.
Yeah, you did.
The next day, I went to the Astros playoff game.
Fun.
Yes, so I went with my mom and dad. We got awesome tickets. We were on third base line. I got to stare at my man Bregman's little tush the whole time. This cute little tush.
Can't complain.
Can't complain until we lost.
Aw, you can't complain.
I can't complain. That was rough. And you know how
that sucks that you were there in person and y'all lost.
It sucks. I got multiple texts from friends. You can never go to another game.
It's all your fault.
I'm like, yep, I brought the bad juju. But you know how last episode I talked about how we were going to have to play one of the teams with one of our old guys on there? So we're playing the Twins. Correa is on the Twins, who used to play for us.
I actually recognize that name.
Yes, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Nice.
He kicked our butts the game he was there. I think he went either 3 for 4 or 4 for 4. Like
Wow.
doubles, he was crushing it. And I was like,
RBIs.
okay, what? Yeah.
I know things.
Look at you. RBIs.
Runs batted in.
Yes. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My son plays T-ball, no big deal.
But yeah, he made us look bad. I was like, okay, Korea, we get it. Okay,
Yeah.
you're not on our team.
Doing the most.
Anyway, it was really fun, even though we lost.
Yeah.
But the good news is we then won.
Yay!
So we're up 2-1 in the series right
Nice.
now. By the time this episode comes out, we will either be going to the next round playing the Rangers,
Okay.
or we will be going to play tonight, Friday night, the Twins in Game 5 to see who's going to go on to play the Rangers. So
Wow. Exciting times to be an Astros fan.
you know, it is. It is. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, great. Should we get into and then?
And then. Okay, my then is Mario Party.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever play Mario
Oh
Party?
yeah.
Okay. So I played, and the reason why I bring this up is I played at my friend Carly's house this past weekend, but she had it on the Switch, because you know that's what people do nowadays.
Right.
It's just not the same.
Are you saying the game play itself or having that tiny little controller?
Both.
Yeah.
One, the gameplay is so slow. The game, like you can't fast forward anything, so you have to watch all the computer players go so slow.
Do you?
You do. I just played. There was no fast forward button, or if there was, we didn't know about it. But like I feel like back in the day, you click through the computer, it gets fun little mini games.
Yeah.
No?
I don't know. I've played Mario Party on the Switch somewhat recently. I don't remember feeling that way.
Oh my god, it took forever. We were up till like 1:30, 2 a.m.
Fun.
playing because I was like, we're finishing this game.
Yeah, so fun. I used to play, I would say in 64, I would play Mario Kart way more than Mario Party.
I played both. I love me some Mario Kart as well.
Gosh, that was so good.
Right?
Rainbow Road.
This white.
I love
is killing me.
I know, it keeps going on and off. I love the Battle with the balloons on your cart, and you had to pop, everybody had 3 balloons.
Yeah.
But man, I used to crush it on some Mario Kart. And did you want to say anything more about Mario Party?
I would just say it was still fun.
Yeah.
I was struggling with the little.
They're so tiny.
I kind of have big hands, you know, so I'm like this on a little controller. It was still very fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I used to play.
Yeah.
Like as far as, I take it back, GoldenEye,
No, never played.
James
Super
Bond.
Smash Brothers?
maybe.
I played Super Smash Brothers.
GoldenEye was so fun. You always get the laser gun, so you don't have to reload and get the body armor, and then you win, basically. Like, if you get those 2 things, you can't really lose.
Got it.
But that leads into my and then, which
Okay.
is that I've been playing with my son on the Switch Nintendo Sports, and it
Okay.
reminded me of Wii Sports.
Oh,
Did you ever play Wii
that's
Sports?
a good one, yes.
Yes. I think we still have our Wii and got the little board thing that you would stand on. So whenever you did skiing, jump. Yeah. So
No,
I've been,
Wii Sports is good.
yeah, I've been crushing Nintendo Sports bowling.
Okay, was that your favorite on the Wii?
I don't remember. I think that it was more
Tennis.
tennis.
Tennis was it.
I was doing, I'm terrible at volleyball, both in video games and in real life. My son gets so mad at me because I do it too late or too early. I'm like, there's too many moves. Golf, not the greatest.
Yeah.
It goes, practice swings are straight on, but when it's time for me to go, I just wah. Badminton.
Badminton?
I don't know why I say it.
I don't know. Why did you say it like that?
I say it both ways for some reason.
I just always try to say it fastly.
Badminton. Yeah, they have a couple of other ones on there. But
Oh, baseball was on there. On the Wii.
okay. Ooh, that'd be fun.
That's
fun. What I used to play.
That was fun.
Baseball was like the main one.
It was fun.
Yeah. The first time that I played though, we did a lot of volleyball, and this was a couple weeks ago, and I was so sore. I was like, why is my shoulder sore? Why is my pec sore? And I was like, oh, physical activity.
I definitely had a friend that threw the Wii controller when they were playing Wii Sports and cracked the TV.
Oh,
Yes.
that might be what happened in my TV. There's a little scuff thing
Could
that
totally be what happened. Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah. That's a good one though. I liked Wii Sports too.
Yeah.
So our thens are just some video games.
Video
I
games.
dig it.
I did want to talk about phones.
Okay. In what regard?
We were talking about this the other day at happy hour, how just landlines aren't a thing anymore, and you have to describe it to people, youngins. And
Yeah.
my sister and I had our own private phone number, separate from my main one, 918-2888. And so we're always kind of fighting over who, I could lift up my receiver and listen to her. I had a clear phone.
Oh, cute.
The kind with the cord. And then I remember we got the portable phone with the antenna, but you couldn't get too far from the base. My parents never had caller ID growing up because they like to be surprised.
No.
Can you imagine?
No. I need to know.
So I could just go to anywhere and be like, I'm here, and they would never know where I was.
Wow.
Unless they did star 69.
Yeah, with the landlines, like I memorized all of my family, all of my friends' numbers. You don't do that anymore.
No.
Like, now I'm like, which I still have some of them from growing up, like in my brain, my friends' old numbers.
I do too.
But now you don't do that. Like,
no, you don't
I love you. I don't know your number.
I don't know your number. I know your area code. 281?
979.
Oh, shoot.
At Lake Jackson, 979.
And then cell phones, like, I was 16 when I got my cell phone. It rang in the bottom of my stocking, in the toe. And I had the brick.
Cute.
I had the brick Nokia as my first phone. And then at one point I had a clear Nokia brick phone. And so you could pop open the case and like put little pictures inside.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I think my first phone was just a little Samsung flip phone.
Yeah.
And it had what it did have was a little terrible quality front camera.
Oh, wow.
Where you could hold it. There was a flip phone with this little screen on the front where you could take a little selfie. Oh my God.
When they came out with phones with cameras, it was like mind blown.
Yeah, I don't think I got one until I was 14. And it was because I was traveling for volleyball. Right before high school, I was traveling for volleyball, and they were like, okay, we'll get you a little flip phone.
Times have changed.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
All right, so let's get into the now. Beckham documentary?
Sure, I haven't watched it. Tell me about it.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. If you haven't watched it yet, if you're like uninterested in David Beckham for whatever reason, crazy, check it out anyway.
Man.
It's just a really great depiction. It's 4 long episodes, like over an hour.
Okay.
And it kind of follows his journey. It really shows a lot about their relationship.
I was gonna say, is it more about the soccer? Is it more about?
It's about
Posh.
Yeah, it's about all of it. Everything with soccer, with the coaches, with the teammates. They have a bunch of them on, doing the little interviews.
Yeah.
I feel like Victoria, Posh, has always just been very quiet in the media. And this was the first I'd ever really gotten to hear from her. And their dynamic is so cute. They talk about everything. So I highly, highly recommend it.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix. It's just called Beckham.
Okay.
And it had me, Googling all sorts of things that I had forgotten about. I mean, I was a big Spice Girls girly.
I love me some Spice Girls.
Yes. Holly, my BFF, shout out. She was always Posh. I went between Baby and Ginger, depending on who was there. Okay. Like if my friend Ashley was there, she's blonde, so she was Baby, and then I'd be Ginger.
Okay.
So I went in between the two, but oh my gosh, one of these days I'm going to dig out this VHS that we did at a theme park where you can pick your song and they have the fake background and everything and all the lights, and we did Say You'll Be There.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So I've always been a fan of them, but she's always been so quiet in the media, and I kind of knew about some rumors and controversy back then, but I think I was a little too young to pay attention.
I'm gonna be honest, I do not know a ton.
So that was interesting. And he's just very funny. Their dynamic is very cute. And their sons are, I think all of them are grown. Like, I think the youngest one is maybe 18 or so.
Is that the youngest one? Okay.
Yeah,
how old is the daughter, though?
Do they have a daughter?
She's the youngest, I think, of all. Am I insane?
I have no idea.
I'm going to have to look.
I thought they had 3 boys.
I thought they had 3 boys and 1 young daughter. Am I literally imagining this?
They might.
Let's see.
Oh, wait. Now I'm thinking I did see a daughter.
And this might be completely wrong. So
maybe.
Let's see. Harper is 12.
Harper is 12. Yes, I remember. Duh. Oh my God. I just watched it.
You're right. The youngest son is Cruz, 18.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So they're fun too. They have their kids in it too, and they're dynamic. Yeah, it's great. So highly recommend.
I shall watch. I'll put it on the list.
Okay, cool.
My list that is growing daily.
I know we weren't supposed to be recommending things, but that is pop culture.
It's going on. I've seen it pop up.
They're so cute, and the clip that is everywhere where she's like, yeah, we came from, middle class family, like didn't have that much. And he's like, pops in the room and he's like, tell the truth. And she's like, well, fine. He's like, what car did your dad drive? And she's like, Rolls Royce. He's like, don't lie. It's so funny.
That's funny.
What else is going
on? Let's talk about the Golden Bachelor.
Golden Bachelor.
I took notes. Let me pull it out.
Okay. I don't have my notes with me, so.
Again, so cute. So genuine.
So genuine.
The women are so dang cute. Oh, it was the funniest thing was when they were all getting in the bunk beds.
I remember writing that down, bunk beds.
I was like, they can't even climb up the ladder, people.
I'm sorry, but that's just mean.
Yes.
To have these 60-year-old women climbing up ladders to the bunk beds. I feel like if that was me, I'd be like, I'm out. Bye.
I'd be like, can I please have the bottom bunk?
Can I please have a king-size bed with a very comfortable mattress?
It's the bachelor mansion, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's the experience, but they could have done away with the bunk beds.
Yeah, that's a little rude.
That was rude.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what was rude, they gave Gary the freaking car that the headlights didn't work.
I felt so bad for him.
I could like see and
So
feel the
he's
panic.
Yeah, he's a 7-year-old man. I mean, it's a very cool old car, you know, little
He looks so
two-seater.
handsome.
But the lights weren't working very well. They put him on the highway to go on a date.
A highway that he's not familiar
and
with.
Teresa, his date they went to this really cool diner, and that's where they were driving to. I mean, it was pitch dark. He was getting really scared on this highway. It's a convertible. It's tiny little, you know, you could basically just stomp on it. And she was so calming to him.
She just kept putting her little hand on his shoulder. Like,
I was scared. I know that feeling. I feel that way when it's raining really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be like, pull over, Gary.
Like, producers, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that was terrifying.
I was like, what are we doing?
I felt so bad for him.
Let's see what else I had on here. Okay, the last thing that I have on this is I'm not ready. I think I said this. I'll say it again. I'm not ready to see these sweet, sweet grandmas get their heart broken. Like,
I know.
They're really...
It seems like a good idea in theory, but when you actually see the looks on their faces when they don't get chosen, it is devastating.
What are we on? Week 2? Think about it when it's the final 4.
I know.
I'm not ready.
I don't know if he's gonna make it the whole time.
Yeah, because did you see the preview?
Yeah, it looks like he wants to bail.
I'm loving it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's so sweet, so genuine. I love it. But
it's almost like they're too sweet. They're too genuine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm dreading seeing these poor old ladies and poor Gary.
I wish it was more of a matchmaking show where everyone walks away with their second chance at a life partnership.
Bachelor in Paradise, older people edition, and they all can couple up with each other and not so send people home all the time.
I know, but definitely be watching regardless. So y'all check that one out too. If you're not watching Golden Bachelor, I don't know what you're doing.
You're missing out. Okay, Love is Blind.
Okay, Love is Blind. We're not done yet because there's still more episodes. So we haven't seen the weddings yet.
No.
Which I'm hoping we will be watching today.
I wrote down a lot of notes.
Okay.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, start.
Okay. Here's the first one, and I quote, "Is your face okay?" Do you remember Stacy saying that to Johnny? Because they go right back into where they're at their house, like everyone's over in the group, and Stacy goes, "Is your face okay?"
Yeah,
Johnny.
She's so rude.
No.
Stacy's a mean girl.
I do not like her.
I don't like her either.
In the slightest.
No.
Like, I am, no.
I'm out on Stacy and Dizzy.
Yes. Can we talk about the other thing she said? I quoted this as well. When you come home from work, what are you doing for me?
It gave me Lindsay Hubbard from Summer House vibes. When's the last time you made me a sandwich?
That's funny. I don't watch Summer House. But I was like, excuse me? When you come home from work, what are you doing for me?
Yeah, she's selfish.
I'm like, why would you ever want to be with someone like that?
Yeah. And
it's like, come on.
And that's not something that you should be saying toward the beginning of a relationship. That's something that maybe you work on over time. If you notice somebody, their efforts are dipping a little bit. So if she's saying that, not only is that a red flag for Izzy, for her, but vice versa. If she's thinking that, she's not going to change him.
You know what was the most ironic part about all of it? It was he had just bought her flowers that day.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what are you doing for me? I'm like, he gets you flowers every week. Like, take the win.
Yeah.
And if you want more, talk to him about it in a normal way.
She's probably trying to sabotage.
I don't like her.
No.
And I don't like him. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no.
Neither of them. It's no.
Nope.
Okay, so let's go to the only other couple we have to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
Old Milton.
I really, really appreciated how he handled the Uche situation. Uche is a meddling fool.
Okay, like,
stay in your lane.
Here, again, Robin, I say, if she was a little crazy, maybe she was a little crazy.
Yeah.
But butt out.
Yeah, you don't need to try to convince her current fiance of that fact. Like, let him make his own decisions. I think Uche was also taking advantage of the fact that Milton is younger and he thought more impressionable. However...
He ain't.
No.
Milton
flipped the script on him and was so mature.
He kind of amazes me
I
sometimes.
like how he was like, what did he say? We're all in a different simulation or something.
No, we all have perception is your reality, and we all have different. He said something. It wasn't like that. It was something like that where he's like, you have yours, I have mine, Uche has his.
Yep.
But I think he handles her like crazy
Mhm.
pretty well.
He has a good calming presence.
Now, I'm not going to say they're going to make it because I don't know.
I think they'll say yes, but I don't know if they're going to make it.
Yeah, I hope they. I mean, I got this only couple I can even cheer for at
Yeah.
this point because it ain't going to be the other one and
Yeah.
no one else is together.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say my overall thoughts. We haven't got to the weddings yet, but this season.
They did make it look like Lydia was upset though in the preview.
They love to do that.
I know.
They love to throw you off.
I know.
I feel like one of them has to say yes.
One of them has to say yes.
But like this season overall, I don't think it did it for me.
No.
Like the
It
fact.
was very disappointing.
And here's another thing: with only 2 couples to even watch,
Mm-hmm.
you get tired of them even more because we're just bouncing back and forth between the 2. Like usually
Yeah.
you have 4 or 5 that you kind of sprinkle through.
I think the last couple ones there's been 5.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
2,
a little
it's
variety.
like, oh great, we're back on Stacey and Izzy. I bet they're gonna have another fight. Like,
Yeah.
I'm over it.
They should have just pulled in some of the other couples that
made
supposedly no, I mean there's
Oh.
supposedly other couples on each season that don't get any airtime.
Yeah, so why wouldn't they do that for this one?
I don't know, maybe there weren't any. The producers
But
didn't
they
do a very
could
good
have
job
done Johnny
of
and
researching
Chris.
people. Yeah, totally.
They were together. That
Yeah.
was proven. Why wouldn't they at least bring in their story to break it up a little bit?
Yeah, and add drama just having Johnny and Izzy around each other and things like that at the weddings. But yeah,
I don't.
I'm kind of ready for it to
Oh,
be
the only
over.
other thing I wanted to say on Stacey point, because I had some strong feelings,
Yeah.
was meeting his mom for the first time and you're wearing like a
A
bralette
crop
crop top.
Yes, that was very awkward.
Why would you ever wear that?
And she showed up late.
She showed up late.
Strolled in basically a bralette.
Bralette with the thing over there. She took the thing off, so she's just in the bralette.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
that
like,
was an odd
It's
move.
very inappropriate. in
Weird
my opinion.
flex.
Again, like I got a super chill mom,
But
and like but
First
still,
impressions, like,
Why would you think that's a good idea?
no, that was.
That's not what you want to put out there.
And I thought his mom, eventually Stacey won his mom over. We'll see how much that was genuine or not. But I thought
I ain't buying it.
his mom like stood her ground for a while and was like really testing
She
her
did.
for a while, and then flips to her talking to the camera, and she's like, I do believe that they're right for each other, and she really genuinely loves him. I'm like, no, mama.
I call back to what I said last week. I ain't buying what they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
I still am not.
I'm not either.
Okay.
I'm ready for Love is Blind, or not Love is Blind, Love Island Games and
Games
Love
and
Island
All-Stars.
All-Stars.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm like, get out of here, Love is Blind. Bring me Love Island.
You and I will be recapping those because
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
both be into both of them.
Oh, yeah. If y'all don't watch Love Island, but you've been thinking about watching it, this is a heck of a way to start.
I would agree.
To have both
I would agree.
the games, which nobody knows what that is, and then
No, they haven't given
the
us
All-Stars.
anything.
And then I feel like if you've never watched it and you watch All-Stars first, then you can go back and rewatch all the seasons of the people that you like on All-Stars.
To get the backstory.
So it would be a really good way. I know I've talked to a few people, I feel like lately, that have been like, oh, I've been wanting to try it out. There's just so many, I don't know where to start, because there is the UK, USA, Australia.
Well, UK's the best.
Yeah, UK's the best, but man, those first few seasons were problematic.
Yeah, they were.
So
But entertaining.
it's so good. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too.
Cool.
All right. Fantasy football?
Fantasy football. Fantasy football. I don't have much to say other than I lost.
Oh.
Womp womp. It was a well fought matchup though. I was playing my friend Nick. Shout out Nick. She was over at my house with some friends, and so that was fun. Us kind of being like, yeah. Oh. I'd be like, oh my god, I needed that so bad, and I'm like, sorry Nick, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like toward the end, I'm like, well, good game. She's like, I'm sorry, it's okay.
But it was close?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it shook out to maybe a 20-point difference, maybe a little bit less, but we were tit for tat throughout the whole thing.
Right.
So it was a fun week. Devastating to lose always.
Yeah.
But a little less devastating because like it was a good game and I love her. So
There
you go, Nick.
Okay, but did you have to make any moves?
Yes.
Like after the fact, you know what I mean?
So A-Chain got injured. He's
That's
now
what
on
I'm
IR,
asking.
which is a bummer. I don't want to drop him though. We'll see. I do have an IR spot, but
Put him in there.
But someone's in there right now.
Wow.
I think Eckler's in there and he shouldn't be, so I need to move him because he said he's 99% sure that he's coming back.
Yeah.
But I
Because
did.
they had bye, so you got some extra rest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I dropped my backup tight end, I dropped a running back and my backup tight end, and I picked up a running back, Rice. What was the wide receiver and the running back was? Or I probably have those backwards. I picked up 2 new players.
Got it.
I did a lot of research around who is like a sleeper, whose main first string person is out. So we'll see. I put them both in my lineup, so hopefully it pays off. If not, Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Only 2 wins so far. What about you?
I lost by 2 points.
Aww.
2 points.
2 points.
Now let me tell you why. Because every single one of my running backs has gone down. Connor got hurt. So he got 6 points, then got hurt.
Dang.
Obviously, I lost Chubb long ago.
Yeah.
Jones was out for Green Bay, so I had his backup, A.J. Dillon. Played A.J. Dillon, who did well. He did well. He got me 20 points. Last drive of the game, they don't put him in. I need 3 points to win. I need 2 points to tie.
Yeah.
They don't put my guy in.
That sucks.
I'm like, where is he? No. Why is he not on the field? I was so mad. I was so mad. Anyway, I made some moves as well.
Yeah.
So I picked up Jeff Wilson Jr. for the Dolphins with A-Chain going out.
Okay.
I think he's going to get some carries along with Mustard. I already say that name. So I got him, and then I also picked up a new tight end because mine just kind of hasn't been doing it for me.
Yeah.
What is his name? Like Laporta or something like that. I tried to get, and I think you talked to me about this guy, DiMercado. He's Connor's backup because I had Connor, he's down, so I was like, oh, I'm going to get this guy. But the way our league does it is the waiver order is based on your standings. Right. So I'm in second. So I'm like second to last on the waiver order, so I didn't get him.
He was my second choice if somebody ahead of me in the waivers would have grabbed him.
He was my first choice. I did not get him, but I got the tight end that I wanted. And
that reminds me, I didn't get one of the first guys that I wanted.
Yeah.
So I got first choice for one position.
Is that how y'all do it too?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Or it might just rotate. I'm not sure. It's probably that way. That sounds right.
Some people do like a bidding system.
No, we don't do that.
Okay, yeah. Mine is, I'm in second place, which screwed me in this instance.
Yeah.
I'm struggling because my backs are dropping like flies. Yeah. I've had, I think now 4 of my starting backs have dropped.
Yeah, well, now that there's so many injuries happening, some rookies that are out there get their...
The backups are going to have to show up.
Yeah, definitely. Keep your eye on those waivers.
I'm hoping to bounce back here. I'm still in second, so... That's good. In the league, so that's fine.
I'm 4th in my division. We have 2 divisions. Okay. So I'm 4th out of 5th of my division.
Oh, no. You can come back, though. It's early.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance. It's early.
All right.
What are we talking about? Rex? Okay, so my rec is we talk about all this lighthearted TV. I also am into the crime.
Oh.
So my rec is Unsolved Mysteries.
Not my jam.
Really?
Nah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think I've seen a few here and there, but like not specifically that series, but shows like that or randomly get into a podcast like that. But I don't seek it out.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
So I grew up, maybe why I'm such a little chicken. I grew up like watching 48 Hours, Dateline, like my family. We just obviously didn't watch it when I was super young. But once I was old enough, we would watch it as a family, watch the Dateline, watch 48 Hours.
People love true crime.
I have always loved true crime. I listen to some true crime podcasts as well. Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. So I think this was an older show. They like remade it with like fresh cases.
Got it.
And it is so well done. It is so good. I think there's 3 or 4 like seasons of it with like between 6 and 8 episodes per season.
And are they really... I feel like I've heard this and maybe I'm thinking of the wrong show. Do they remain unsolved?
These do.
Like you don't get any resolution? Do they have theories that they're...
They have theories. Thanks for the theories.
Okay, and so do you kind of leave some episodes like, I'm pretty sure it was that guy? Okay.
Yes, but these are truly unsolved. These are... The other one is the cold case files. That's where it's a cold case and they end up solving it in the end.
Oh, okay.
Those are good too, but these unsolved ones are wild, Robin, because it's not straightforward.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, these stories are insane.
The tangled webs they weave?
Yes. So, I'm so into it.
I wonder if there's been any instance where them airing a show about a case has helped it.
Not so far.
Be solved? Oh.
Not so far on these new seasons.
Gotcha.
Trust me, I've got Google alerts set up on these cases because I'm dying to know if they end up solving them.
Yeah.
They're wild Unsolved Mysteries. I recommend it. If you like true crime, it's really, really good. Okay. They're very well done.
And completely different than that, my rec is the show Glow Up. It's on Netflix. It is a competition show where makeup artists.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
MUAs, which like a conflab. Should have a conflab.
Okay, I don't watch it religiously. I've just seen a few episodes and I was very into it.
Oh, I remember when the first season came out, I had some girlfriends in town. We all were, as we do, no matter whose house we're at for the weekend, on Sunday you just lay around and watch movies.
Yeah.
And we found that show. We binged the whole season. And so now I think it's 4 or 5 seasons. Every time that a new one's out, I binge it within 2 days.
It's like makeup competition. Like, do they have to make this certain look or
So
something?
they usually have a brief where they have to, maybe it's on a set of a show and they're working with the extras, or it's
Okay.
for a photo shoot and it's got to meet the brief. So it's all about meeting the brief.
Got it.
But in the second one, it's more creative. It's a creative brief where they can interpret some prompt however they want.
Okay.
You know, what's your inner monster? And they usually tell a story with it and prosthetics. And that's like chest all the way. That's not beauty
Crazy.
makeup at all.
Right.
Some of it's just like, oh.
Do they do some beauty makeup too, though,
Yes.
right? They do both.
Yeah, it's really entertaining. Just lightweight, having the background while you're cleaning or getting
Yeah.
ready or whatever. And it's just, I love British shows too. I love competition shows.
Well, let me tell you, I could listen to the accents,
Yeah.
so that's for sure.
Yeah, so Glow Up on Netflix.
Got it. I like it.
Yeah.
One more thing before we wrap up
Okay.
here that I meant to say in our and then segment was I picked back up on my Saturday tradition of watching Disney movies.
Yay!
Yes. So I watched Hercules. This
Oh,
past one,
nice.
which is one of my top 5.
Zero to hero.
No time flies. The muses. The muses were
The muses
getting
were
it.
everything.
They're everything.
Yeah.
It was just as good as I remember it. So I just want to shout that out.
That's
Also, my little cousin Katie, shout out, she texted me with a list of recommendations for old Disney movies to watch.
Nice.
In case I needed some inspo. So I'm going to get started on her list too.
That's cool. Tarzan and Hercules to me are very similar, like time of
yes.
my
Same kind
life and kind of
yeah.
vibe and
Yeah.
everything. So, but I feel like I watched Hercules way more than
my
Tarzan.
So good.
That's good. I don't think my kids have seen
Danny
it.
DeVito is the little
Oh yeah, the
half
little goat
goat
guy.
That's Phil's kid. You know?
Yes. All right. Well, that's everything we have for you this week. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening. Give us a follow, us, subscribe.
On all the things, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
And definitely Instagram. We're going to do a little challenge, a little crowdsourcing. So be on the lookout for our Instagram now and then some podcast on IG. Look for our stories. Your story could make it onto the pod next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.